All right, let's pull back the curtain on something big. We're going to talk about a secret that the top 1% of marketers know and use to create offers that just fly. It's this fundamental shift in how they position things that almost everyone else gets totally wrong. And honestly, it's the real difference between just struggling along and actually succeeding.
So let me ask you this. Does your marketing ever feel like it's built on quicksand? Like you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, checking all the boxes, but it's just not clicking? Well, here's the thing. The problem probably isn't your copy, and it's not your funnel. It's the entire foundation you're building on.
I mean, does any of this look familiar? You've built the funnel, you've tweaked the headlines until you're blue in the face, you've tested the ads, optimized the offer, you've done all the hard work. And yeah, you might have even seen some success here and there, but it still feels like you're pushing a giant boulder uphill, right? The issue, I promise you, is not your effort. It's the map you've been following.
And that brings us to what we can call the old world of marketing. This is where pretty much 99% of marketers are totally stuck. See, they're all busy selling one of two things, repair, or its slightly sexier cousin, improvement.
You know the classic formula, right? We've all heard it a million times. Find a problem, agitate the pain, and then bam, present the solution. It sounds so logical, doesn't it? But the whole thing, the entire foundation, it cracks right at that very first step because it makes a huge assumption that your customer actually wants to fix what they already have.
So here's the real problem with that. When you're selling repair, you're basically forcing your customer to stare at their past, at everything that's broken. It's a total downer. And improvement, well, that focuses on the present, sure, but it just implies more work, more effort, and honestly, it often just triggers guilt. Neither one of those is a very attractive offer, is it? Think about it. When your entire message is built around fixing something, you're literally forcing them to stare at their failure before they ever get a chance to feel the hope. You're anchoring them to the exact person, the exact identity they're desperate to escape. And that just creates resistance. It doesn't create desire.
But there is a better way. And this is the big shift that the top 1% of marketers have figured out. They don't sell a fix, they don't sell an improvement, they sell an entirely new world. They sell a new opportunity.
Okay, this toilet analogy makes it so clear. Repair? That's just fixing a broken toilet. Lame. Improvement? That's getting a shiny new toilet, but it's still in the same old grimy bathroom. A little better maybe, but still depressing. But a new opportunity? That's a brand new luxury bathroom, a total escape. There's no trace of the old problem. Now come on, which one would you rather have? It's a no-brainer. And this gets right to the heart of human psychology. People don't lie awake at night fantasizing about fixing the old, broken thing. They crave that escape to something totally new. We dream of a new identity, a new future, and honestly, we're looking for permission to just leave the old mess behind without feeling guilty about it. Just look at these examples. The shift is subtle, but it is so powerful. And weight loss, instead of lose the last 10 pounds, it's step into a life of confidence. For a business coach, you're not just growing your business faster, you're turning your expertise into a category of one. See? You're not just selling a slightly better version of their current frustrating life. You're selling a completely new one.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, I'm in. I'm ready to sell an opportunity. But here's the secret. It's not just about slapping a new headline on your website. It's about building an entirely new system that actually delivers on that incredible promise.
Yeah, the top 1%, they know that a powerful message needs a really powerful psychological framework to back it up. You can't just, put a shiny new wrapper on an old candy bar. You have to actually guide your buyer on a completely new journey.
So the first part of this framework is what we call the 11 agreements. Think of these as a series of mental hurdles or yeses that your prospect absolutely has to get through before they're ready to believe you and buy in. Your job is to get them to say yes to each one in order. Let's just look at the first 5 because they're crucial. It starts with the basics, right? Number 1, is this outcome even possible? 2, would it be good for me? Then it gets more personal. 3, is it attainable for people like me? 4, is it personally possible for me? And then number 5, this one is the game changer. My prior failures were not my fault. That one is key. It completely absolves them of guilt and hands them the permission slip they've been waiting for to try again with a clean slate. Okay, next up we have these 16 elements. Now, this is the actual blueprint for your pitch, for your marketing message. This is where you have things like a big idea that grabs attention right away, a super compelling reason why your thing is different, and using powerful analogies, yeah, like our toilet friend, to make your points really stick. All these elements work together to make that new future feel real and totally achievable.
So, this really brings us to the most important question of all. After seeing all this, after understanding this new framework, what game are you actually playing with your marketing? Here's your new path forward. It's really a three-step process. Step 1 is to reposition. Ditch the improvement message and frame your offer as a new opportunity. Step 2 is to guide. You've got to walk your prospect through those 11 psychological agreements to build their belief. And finally, step 3 is to build. You construct your message using those 16 persuasive elements to make it absolutely irresistible. And that is the key takeaway here. This is not just another marketing tactic you can try. It's a fundamental, strategic shift. This is the deeper game that the top 1% are playing. They're making this shift to separate themselves from everybody else who's just stuck in the mud selling repairs.
So I'm going to leave you with this. Take a really hard look at your marketing, at your offer, at your whole message. Are you selling your customer a temporary fix for their broken past, or are you selling them a permission slip to a brand new future? Because that difference, well, that's everything.